Alright, Schlockmeisters fans, gonna watch some newish Blu-ray here. This one's called Killer Workout, otherwise known as AEROBI-CIDE. Let's watch. Alright, it may look like she's naked, but she's not. She has a thong on. This woman named Valerie is getting into a tanning bed. She is topless though, but I didn't show you her boobs. And all of a sudden, the tanning bed goes wild. Something's clearly wrong and she's frying. We don't know what happened to that girl, Valerie, but 2 years later now, we have a gym. Rhonda's workout gym, where a lot of exercise is happening. And a lot of cleavage. And here we meet Rhonda. That's Jamie, her employee.
What's it going to be this time? I'm late and I'm sorry, okay? No, that's not okay. I just had to spend my time teaching your class instead of doing my books. And then you show up 5 minutes after the class is over with?
We have a gratuitous shower scene, and the lights go out.
Kathy? Kathy, is that you?
And that looked like a giant safety pin. That's what it is, all right. This is death by safety pin. Jamie finds the body. Gotta love her appropriate workout outfit, too. This movie features a lot of cleavage shots and thong shots. Pretty much the highlight of the movie, actually.
Partner, Mr.
Our new
Harris.
employee.
You hired me on yesterday.
This is Chuck.
Everything a little clearer now?
Oh, no, you're all right.
Chuck immediately gets into a fight with another employee named Jimmy. We have a stalker. Which is going to lead to another death by safety pin. Rhonda's gym is now getting a bad reputation. But those 3 graffiti vandals are in for it. There's one. Here's 2. Our 3rd victim managed to get into a car at least. Back inside the gym. Murders are coming fast and furious now. Jimmy finds the bodies. And here comes Chuck into action again. That's like cartoon violence. Meanwhile, Jimmy has a weird dream that he's killing himself.
Boy.
That's the cop. Once the cop leaves Jimmy alone, and more cleavage. Chuck fighting again.
You know, I knew there was something about you.
Turns out he's a detective.
The Simpson case, wasn't it? 5, 6 years ago?
It was closer to 7.
Look what the hell's going on here.
He thinks Chuck is the murderer.
All you. Rhonda in the spa, Rhonda at home, Rhonda getting in her car, Rhonda walking across the street. All you.
Rhonda's got a stalker. There are bodies everywhere at this spa. But in spite of the high body count at this gym, it does a brisk business. So Chuck is killed. And now look at this scarred head with a wig. Remember our burn victim from the beginning? Who could this be?
What is it this time? 10.
Have a seat, Valerie.
He's figured it out.
All except you. Rhonda Johnson. Who used to be the perfectly beautiful Valerie Johnson. Until 70% of her body was burned in a tanning spa accident 5 years ago.
Look, that's enough!
Valerie Johnson, who was to become the modeling world's newest young star, but suddenly couldn't get a job starring in a freak show.
Dead. Same MO. Body except the ribbon.
Well,
It was Jimmy Halleck, all right. We've got 2 witnesses and we've got the weapon. He's still loose, though. I just put out an all points on him.
So now Jimmy's apparently the killer, even though he's arrested Rhonda. So now he's after Jimmy.
you didn't kill those others, did you? You know what? Did all the killing. You're setting yourself up to take the fall for a why? You can answer me, Jimmy Halleck.
Why'd you kill Johnson?
Stand there and say that I'm crazy?
I didn't kill those people. I killed Jimmy Halleck out of self-defense, and that's all. Read the newspapers.
Oh, I've read the papers. Do it again.
The cop is going to take the law in his own hands because he knows she's a killer.
You're out of your mind. You can't just bring me up here and kill me. You can't do it.
Rhonda wins. So Rhonda and her giant safety pin live to kill another day. Alright, let's do a review from the living room this time. Killer Workout, otherwise known as AEROBI-CIDE. It's a movie that I actually taped off of cable around 1988, 89, somewhere in that range, and it was under the title AEROBI-CIDE. Years later, in the either late 90s or early 2000s, when I retaped it, the videotape that you rented was called Killer Workout. Thus, the Blu-ray here is also called Killer Workout. However, the on-screen title for this is AEROBI-CIDE, so there you go. Interesting DVD here. This was put out by Slasher Video. They tell you right back on the box here, it says, disclaimer, Killer Workout is presented using the best available elements provided by Slasher Video, not sourced from an HD master, remastered from PAL Beta SP, and up-converted to Blu-ray and DVD specifications. So basically, what they got here, if I'm reading this right, is a not a VHS rip, but a beta rip. How about that? From a PAL beta tape from the UK or something, who knows. But anyway, the picture, you know, because of that, it's not the greatest quality, but it's not bad. It's certainly, I've seen a hell of a lot worse on DVDs and Blu-rays before. So anyway, hats off to Slasher Video. They did a decent job for everything they had to work with here. They did fine. So anyway, the movie itself, though, wow. It's preposterous. We have a serial killer who is killing people at this spa. This girl named Rhonda has this spa. And people are dying left and right. Now, it's funny. First of all, throughout this movie, there's constant exercise scenes. We just have close-ups of jiggling boobs and butts in thongs and just exercising like crazy throughout the entire film. Almost 100% women, too. Although I did see one guy pop in at one point during these... it's kind of like an 80s video here, just watching these people work out. Now, don't get me wrong. These ladies were lovely to look at, but... It's ridiculous. And some of the costumes they were wearing, I should say, their workout clothes. Like, this one woman definitely wasn't wearing a sports bra. She's just bouncing all over the place. Again, I enjoyed that, but it's just as preposterous because it's just so exploitative, but it's pretty cool. But anyway, there's the other thing about this movie. There's bodies piling up left and right. There's some sort of serial killer running around using a giant safety pin. Never seen that before as his weapon of choice. And in spite of the fact that there's bodies, here and there. In fact, one time the coroner tells the police chief, "See you tomorrow." It doesn't matter. The spa stays open. The exercise classes still go, and they're just open for business, and nobody seems to be caring that there's people dying all over the place. Well, the very beginning of this film, we see this girl named Valerie who was in a spa she goes into a tanning booth, and the tanning booth went haywire and burned her to a crisp. We presume her dead. However, we find out that Rhonda, who's running this spa now, is actually Valerie in disguise. Valerie, she takes off her wig at one point, and it turns out her head is all burned, her back is all burned. She bares her breasts later, but they're all burnt too, so it's nothing really great to look at. Although we do see her bare breasts in the very beginning of the film, and when they were still not burned. So anyway, there's another guy named Jimmy who works at the club. They think he might be the killer, and it turns out he actually is killing a few people because he wants to protect Rhonda, because he knows Rhonda is the killer. And ultimately it is found out that Rhonda is the killer. The police guy finds out, and he's going to kill her because, I don't know, he'd rather have her dead than arrest her. But she turns the table, whacks him with a shovel, and kills him. And the last scene in the movie is Rhonda back at her gym, and she's holding up the safety pin, itching her head with it, and as if to say, "Yep, I survived, and I'm going to make it. I'm going to keep killing, I guess." Anyway, that's the movie. So throughout this movie, we have several nude scenes here and there. The body count is maybe about 10 or 12 or so. They pile up a little bit, sometimes Fast and Furious there in the middle there. But again, it's just so ridiculous. I mean, when it comes to cheap horror movies, this is definitely one of them. But, I guess you could find something else that could waste your time worse than this. It's 82 minutes long. I think the box says 85, but it's 82. And there's a lot of exercise scenes. There's probably a good 10 minutes devoted to just watching these babes exercise and stuff, which again, they look great, so why not, right? So anyway, it's a pretty cheap film, but you can get this DVD, it's a Blu-ray. I'll leave a link down below, assuming it's on Amazon. You can get this for about $17 or so. You could do worse, but again, kudos to Slasher Video for resurrecting this relic. Check it out, Killer Workout, otherwise known as AEROBI-CIDE. Watch it. Bye.